heading to the free yoga here at the hotel we're at. Doing a little relaxing by the pool. I wanted to get about 10 minutes of sun because the sun is so powerful here and I'm not gonna risk another burn. This backpack that I've been traveling with for 1 month, I brought everything in this backpack. This is the back. So when it's open, it looks like this. All of my clothes on this side and all of my like other stuff on this side. Like crazy cool latch system that it has. It's magnetic. I'm heading to dinner now. It's been like starting to rain at 7:30 to 8. So I'm trying to go before it like starts downpouring on me. It looks so nice out right now and there's like a sunset. I'm walking to this food truck park, not feeling super confident about this darkness situation that I just walked into. Yikes, 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 yikes. It's apparently karaoke night here and I got the biggest glass of wine and a whole pizza to myself. I'm gonna go surfing. It's like 6:30. There was also a bug in my bed that bit me halfway through the night. The sun's up already. I've heard that there's not too many people out surfing from 7 to 8 and a lot more people get there at 8. So I'm gonna get there at 7. I'm gonna get some waves to myself.
Come take my hand, I will walk with you. I won't let go till you say so.
Just finished surfing. All the people. I was before coming out at like 10 and the waves are a lot nicer because the wind hasn't started yet. I'm gonna get on with my day. It's now 8:30. I'm gonna go have some breakfast.
Let me go by your side. Let me go by your side.
I went and made some breakfast. Finally back drinking coffee after I've been sick. It's like the most sad part of having food sickness. Sitting outside my room on the patio and I've got my iPad. When I travel, I usually do all of my work on this. I'm usually mocking up all of my projects for my clients. I wanted you guys to see like how beautiful it is out here. If that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. I'm doing a mock-up for this tropical design that's going to be painted on a surfboard. It's been shaped and made in Key West, and once I get there, I'm going to go grab it from the shaper and paint it, and then he's going to finish it after I'm finished, and then it's going to go in somebody's house. I feel like all of this out here is perfect inspiration for what I need to draw right now. Before we came, we had been unsure if we should come because the forecast said that it was going to be rainy every single day. Because I've been in tropical places before where it says rain on the forecast, but then it only has like an afternoon shower. It didn't rain at all, I don't think, the first week. We got, oh my gosh, you guys, my hair. The forecast would just change like the day before and it would change to like all sun. And today's the first day that it rained in the middle of the day, and it's funny because I went to go sit out at the pool. I hadn't looked at the forecast and I was not expecting a midday rain. It comes down hard and now I think it's like already done. I'm in such a cute spot working today. I even did them a mock mural just because I thought it was so cute if they would have it on their wall. Ordered an iced coffee and turmeric, carrot, ginger, lemon juice I thought would be good for me. Oh, and now I'm having a coconut water. My food should be here soon. I just went to go get a massage after I was sitting at the cafe and working all day. I got an hour-long massage. She told me it was 20 bucks, and then at the end she told me it was 30 bucks. So whatever it is, what it is. But she did nourish my skin, so I'm really happy about that. And then I saw that there was events going on, so I came out here. I already bought herbal infusion for digestion because you guys know I need it. This is what's in it. Love it. And then it's by this girl. Some other vendors, and I think there's yoga soon, and then a music guy. Guys, I have to tell you about my night. So I was at that lawn party at Caballo. It ended with, I think they called him a medicinal musician. And so I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I'll listen to that. I've never heard of that before. Maybe he plays like meditative songs or something like that. I don't know. The whole thing they were kind of translating, except at the beginning, he like said some words and then went off to the side. People were lining up. This other guy who was there, who was like a pro slackliner, I swear. He was like, are you gonna do it? And so he starts describing what the guy was doing. Ancient ash from the culture somewhere helps to like open your mind to this music. It just gives you a lot of clarity. I mean, I was like, whatever, well, okay. I was in line, I was like, did I just get talked into something like really weird? The girl is explaining to everyone what to do and she's handing everyone like a roll of tissues. So I asked what I was supposed to do in English. And they blow it into your nose, but it's not supposed to go further than like your nose because it's like ash basically. And I don't know why I did this either. Breathe in so that no more air can go in. And then after he puffs it, he fills your nostril, then you breathe out of your mouth. And so I was like panicked because I was like, how do I breathe? Did you say in or out? So she's like, we're gonna do this nostril first and then this nostril. And I was like, ooh, this is sounding a little crazy because the other guy had said, just do one nostril because it might be too like, the girl was like, no, we have to do both because they have to be even for the evenness of it all. I feel like that was a made up rule. This guy has this little thing, this like long, like straw looking pipe thingy. He like dips it in the ash and then he puts it at the base of the nostril and then you breathe in and then he goes and then he like puffs it into your nose. It literally sounds like I'm taking drugs. And I don't know. I don't do any type of drugs, but apparently it's an ancient ritual. I feel like I've been duped. Instantly, it like made my eyes water. He was like, okay, you're right. And I was like, okay. So he does the other one. Like, let it sit in your nose for like 10, 15 minutes. And that's supposed to like give you more clarity. I went to sit down and like was very dizzy. And I wanted to talk about it with that guy that had like told me to do it. So he was like meditating. I guess I'll just try to like clear my mind because he said that this clears your mind because it kept being like, it's just so clear. Basically, I was dizzy for like 5 minutes. He started playing the music, close my eyes and like dwell on this and maybe I'll have a lot of clarity. But I had none. I don't think this was the ritual for me. But anyway, I have experienced medicinal music, maybe not to the fullest. I stayed like for half the music and then I actually had a barbecue to get to here. There's a barbecue happening at my place. And so I came back to the barbecue and met some girls from around the world that all the girls are going surfing in the morning. I was gonna take surfing off tomorrow morning because I'm planning on kiting tomorrow afternoon, but I feel like I should go if all the girls are going. So I don't know, we'll see. Right. Good morning. I went for a surf this morning with 4 girls that I met last night. So great surfing with girls. I forgot about how great it is to do sports with girls. It's just a totally different vibe than doing sports with guys. I have my passion water. You can't really see it. This cup was clear. You can see all of my passion in here. I just poured a passion in and added water. I rented from the same place that I've been renting all along. $20 to rent a board. I feel like it's a little bit expensive here, maybe. I don't know. I guess I don't know what the going rate is to rent a surfboard. I've been using this yellow one that I love and it makes me catch all my fun waves. I got that board again today and went out with the girls and like, it's just so nice because you can get out there and chat and if a wave comes, maybe catch it. And then I went back to make breakfast. I'm at this new place now. It's called Surf Break. It's just like a 5-minute walk from down the street from the last place I was at, which was called Surf Lodge. For me, when traveling, it's really important to have the good vibes. I love interiors and what feels good and like represents the country I'm in. And so I wasn't sure that I was gonna like this place. I only booked it for 2 nights after Owen left. And I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, I've met so many people in just this short amount of time that I wanted to spend the rest of the weekend here. So I booked for 2 more days here. The grounds are amazing. It's really cool because there's 2 pools and at the other pool is also like the community table. So you can get coffee any time of the day. You can cook if you want to. I love it so much. Yeah, so I'll take you. So there's the pool. And then in here, it's nice and hidden. The yoga room right at the top. And then my place is just right around here. So last night, I met those two girls, and then I met this other girl who was here as well, and she's like a big skier, and we totally hit it off, and she lives in Innsbruck, which is super sweet because I want to go there this winter to ski, and I just love those connections that you can make in places like this that you don't expect. Meeting a kindred spirit skier, a place that I want to go in the Dominican Republic. It's just like so random. And then with those girls, those are the girls that I went surfing with this morning, and I probably would have just slept in. I'm so happy that I got up and went surfing with them. Just you guys, like, remember to put yourselves out there because you can meet the most interesting people, and like every person you meet isn't going to be super interesting, or you're not going to keep in touch with every person, but there will be that one person like along the way that you'll meet and get really excited about, and like it'll be such a nice, refreshing new friend. I'm back to kiting today. I took about a week off. Well, I thought it was time for me to get back on the kite. There's not too many people out here right now, which is good. That's why I came right now. It's about noon. It's kind of when the wind starts. It's always windy out here. I'm gonna get on the kite. I hope it goes well. I've been visualizing, so we'll see. I am so happy to say that today I was having my best kiting yet. So that makes, this is day 6 for me. And every other day before this, I spent about 2 to 3 hours with an instructor. And so I still have an instructor, but he's not really instructing me. He's just basically walking the kite out of the water when I need it. So I hardly needed him today, which was like really exciting. But I don't know, everything just came together today. I had a 9-foot kite and then like a really long board, which I think also helped. I could like pop up on this board really easily. There's tons of kiters. This isn't even Kite Beach. This is like the beach that's in front of Cabarete. Really excited because I like didn't even foresee myself getting to this point. I was thinking that I was gonna like stay falling all over the place, not confident. I mean, I guess sports don't really stay like that. Like, you end up progressing, but it just feels really good to be at this point. I rewarded myself with a little passion fruit coconut drink, and now I'm going to go get like a healthy bowl from this other place in town. Hey, it's a Saturday. I woke up like at 7:30 and then I rushed over to a bakery and I met up with this girl who was hosting a class this morning at the next town over. She drove me over there, a little town called Susua, and she was putting on a class called Aqua. I came back to have a coffee here on a motorbike guy to take me to the next town over where I kite. I had the best kiting day ever, which is so good because I was scared that like it was gonna be hard forever. So oh my gosh, I can't even tell you guys how like much of a relief this is to actually feel like I got it. I had been talking to a place in town that I've been eating at, and I gave them an idea for a mural because I thought it would be really cute in their place. And so they wanted to have a meeting about that. Motorbiked back here, and then I went down to the pool to read for a little bit on this like cream I got at this place just around the corner. Zero waste, I think. So you like have these containers and then you would like go fill it up in the pump again. But I got this coconut lotion because, oh my gosh, the first week, I brought face lotion with me, but the first week I was so dry from all this sun. I mean, I've been in Jackson the whole winter, no tan at all. And then the sun like freaked my skin out. So Aqua is very different if you've never done it before. Like I showed my husband and he was like, oh no. It's this like floating type thing in the water that you do in order to just kind of feel freedom. Benefits range from like, you know, moving your body in different ways than you can on land to like getting in your parasympathetic system and stuff like that. First, we just went out there with a partner and we were just like floating with the person holding us. And then we went in groups, and so we had like a couple people around us, put a nose plug on so that you're focusing on just like breathing out of your mouth, and you can kind of twirl underwater, and then you just have to come up for a breath whenever you need. And you kind of like move your body like however you want. It's almost like a dance in the water, and you can just whatever feels good to you. And as you like spin and turn, the supporters are just gently pushing you up, or you can like do this. They never grab on, but like a little bit of resistance. You can kind of play the way that you want in the water.
I feel like when I do things like this, maybe I hold back and I don't get the benefits out of it, or like I'm just trying to do it right instead of just like allowing myself to feel free and enjoy it. Everything kind of seems like a sport to me. And so I had to release that competitiveness and just feel into different things. I think that's hard for me, especially being around a lot of athletes all the time, and like growing up as an athlete, it's like an Aqua dance. So that's what I did this morning. So it's been an interesting day.
Just finished a yoga class over in the little yoga shala. It was such a nice place to be in the morning. It's like just has a really good vibe up there. I'm still red and sweaty. I was sweating it out for sure. I did it with my girl, my OG yoga instructor on YouTube, Boho Beautiful. If you've never tried yoga on YouTube, she's so good. And now I kind of do like a variety because I like to change up who I do yoga with. Went up there by myself, had Wi-Fi so I could do a little YouTube yoga up there, and it was just perfect. Now I'm gonna make breakfast. I'm gonna make the eggs, and I have an avocado and tomato I'm gonna stick in there too. The avos here are so big, like pretty darn big. They're head size. And they're always like perfectly ripe, which is awesome. Okay, so I am on to my second bout of food poisoning. I always get food sickness in countries that you can't drink the water. It's kind of frustrating. Like, I wish they would just fix that. I don't know, I just feel like it should be like the #1 priority to make clean drinking water, because it just makes everything easier. I'm gonna tell you guys what I do when I get food poisoning, because if you're abroad and you get food poisoning, it's like a little bit freaky and can really suck. And now I've like gotten used to it, which doesn't make it any more enjoyable. It's just like makes it more bearable maybe. First, take a charcoal, activated charcoal. My mom's always into looking up natural things, and she found this activated charcoal. If I ever feel like a little bit of like a stomach thing starting to happen, I pop one of these charcoal pills, and it's a game changer. I went to Thailand, I felt like a little bit of a stomach ache, and I was like, okay, well, if this is food, I need charcoal, and I hadn't thought to bring any along with me. And so I went to the local pharmacy, and I was like, do you have activated charcoal? And she was like, oh yeah. And like knew exactly what it was for like stomach ache, and it even said it on the box, like for upset stomach. So I think in Eastern medicine, it's not so weird, but like just like everything natural in Western medicine, it's always like, you're crazy. It's also so good to like replenish and rehydrate yourself, especially if you do get food sickness. So I have free bananas here, like on the big banana plant, which is pretty cool. And so I've been having bananas because you want to get potassium, you want to get liquids, and then of course like you get electrolytes and stuff. I would like to get electrolytes from coconut water, but I haven't got the energy to walk over to the coconut guy yet. I am moving rooms now. Big one doesn't have air conditioning, which hasn't been that big of a deal, but they said that I can move to a smaller room with AC. So I'm gonna do that because that sounds nice. I think I'm gonna draw out by the pool. I'm working on project 5 of 6 today. So I'm heading into my new room. Pretty cooler because this one has AC. Little day bed. And it's cute. I love it. Here. So much happier with this room. Hello. I haven't surfed in a couple days. So I walked down the street to the bakery. I was walking to the beach and a guy just picked me up on his motorbike. The same guy was out there surfing, told me every wave to catch, which made me feel way better than usual. I got myself a little cute ring. I wanted to kite today because I haven't kited since Saturday, and Saturday was a really good day kiting. So I was excited to get back out there. Well, my lessons are done. I just have like supervision now. They just kind of watch me from the shore, and if anything goes like really crazy, they'll come help. But now I'm good enough that it hasn't gone crazy. So I didn't need too much of my guy's help today. This is day 6. Like easily get up. I'm like still having visions of not being able to get up because the handle moves. So you're like powering the handle and you're also dipping it. As the kite dips, it lifts you up depending on what the wind is doing. And then you might have to like kind of play with it to get some wind. Today, once I started leaning back, like real far back, it was so much easier. I could move the handle with one hand. And then I did a little tiny baby jump over a wave. I wanted to do one, and so I did like a 1 foot jump over a wave, which worked out, but it was close. All went well. I think I was out there for 2 hours today. I couldn't go any longer after surfing this morning and then being sick yesterday and then going out today. My legs were like done. The cafe that I told you guys that I'm gonna paint at, I stopped there to get some food because that's part of our arrangement. Like I get food every day. And I was talking to him about the paints because I went to a paint store prior and it was so confusing. So basically I boiled down the 8 colors that I needed into 3 quarts. And so that's why I'm gonna attempt after this to mix up the colors using some of these. 1,000's kind of like $20, so I guess that'd be like 40, a little more than $40. But when I was in Mexico, I remember the quarts being $5, which I loved. So this is more than that. So here's the colors that I'm trying to get to match it. It's pretty hard to match digital colors because they look different on screen than in reality. And then especially when you're using paint, it dries a little bit darker than when you put it on. And so this kind of takes a little bit, which is why I'm practicing now. So I went to the paint shop and I got these 3 colors. This is my background, and this one is gonna be like people's skin tone. And then this one is gonna lighten up everything basically because I need to make it look more like pastels. These colors are looking really good, and I think I'll be able to do the painting using them. So super happy, and now feeling good for tomorrow. It is project day, mural day in Cabarete, and I've got my paints and my backpack full of stuff. I need to stop and get one little paint and then I'm ready to go. Just took a guagua down here. A guagua is like a van that is a taxi. It was really easy. I only waited for a minute. That's why I usually take a motor taxi so I don't have to wait at all. I don't know how much it is, but I gave them $1 to get down to town, and a motor taxi usually costs me $3. So it was great. And one last paint, guy's trying to get me to get on his motorbike. And now I'm gonna walk over to Gypsy Bowls, which is just like right behind me on the other side of the road. And we're gonna start painting a mural. So here we are at the space, and I've got all of my supplies laid out. My iPad, which has the drawing, tape, some paints that I'm gonna mix with these paints, a coffee, of course. This is tape, this is the same as this, and big paintbrush, some dishes to mix, of course my tripod to set this camera up, this in case I decide to grid it, and then inside here I have some chalk. So, and then of course, I made this case one time, so it has one paintbrushes. Mixing up colors that I'm going to use for this, the surfers that I'm going to paint on the wall. There's my wall. I think I'm just gonna doodle some in chalk, and then we've got our paints here. I've got my doodle grid in. Can you see it? Basically just looks like a chalk alphabet on the wall, but I take that and then I have my iPad and I've basically inserted it as a photo underneath what I'm gonna draw on top. And so now I'm gonna freehand the surfers onto that, but at least the proportions will be correct. This is what it looks like while I'm tracing. I'm going off this onto here. So now I am onto the third skin tone. sweating. Everything went off without a hitch, so it's super good. I'm gonna come tomorrow when it's open to see it like all in action. With that, lights are off, so we gotta go. It feels nice and cool in here. I love it. Didn't make my bed this morning. Now I'm gonna go walk on the beach and I'll take you with me. I'm doing this walk from Encuentro Beach to Kite Beach. My footprints are the only footprints on this beach. You can find these secluded beaches like all to yourself. It's actually a little bit creepy just walking by myself. I'm like keep looking over my shoulder just because there's like a bunch of trees behind me. I don't know what's in there because I'm heading to go kite surfing for my final day.
Don't let them transform you. Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime fun for you and I. Every attitude. Who cares what the people think? It's been turning kinda gray in Southern California, but I'm allergic to the rain. What happened to euphoria? Don't worry about it.
Just finished kiting for my last day, last and 7th day. It was so good. I'll tell you about it in a sec. But I'm at Gypsy Bowls right now, so I want to show you guys what I did yesterday. The mural turned out really good, so come with me.
Come and see what you've been missing on a little slice of heaven. It's the only place we're living. It's that West Coast point of view. Easy when it's always summertime.
The actual main part of town is on this crazy main street, and it's the most unfortunate thing I think about this town is just the crazy traffic on their main street. It's not exactly a walking friendly town. Like there's so much traffic, and look at my sidewalk. There's cars and motorbikes and big trucks, everything happening. Like it's not relaxing, let's say that much. Which is why I've stayed at Encuentro this whole time. I was thinking about coming into town, but I just don't love this as a downtown. That's my favorite little street back there, behind there. It's like a little alleyway that has a really good French restaurant and the cute boutique that I found. And besides that, like if you go down a little bit further, just like right here, there's a lot of places on the beach to get like a mojito or something. Maybe I'll go do that right now. Okay, I've made it about to the other side. I only stopped in one shop because I always buy a mug when I go places, and I liked his but didn't love it. I don't know, maybe I'll go back and get it. But I made it to Scotiabank, which is the bank for travelers to use in town. It's the best one, but it also charges the most, so I don't know how great that really is. I'm gonna go over to this place across the street called Mojitos and get a mojito.
So this morning I had to go to the next town over in order to get a bus that's gonna take me to the airport. That's 2 hours away. I thought I was getting there early. The bus is supposed to leave at 8:20. I just wasn't really sure how things worked, and I wanted to make sure that the bus wasn't gonna be over full. So I wanted to get there a little early. So I ended up getting there at 7:50, and I bought my ticket, and she just crossed off 8:20 and put 8 o'clock. So the bus left 20 minutes early. I shouldn't have been worried about people. There's literally only like 5 people on this bus. But yeah, we left at 8, and there wasn't gonna be another bus until like 10:30, and it would have got me too late to the airport. So I got really lucky. I guess they left early because we've been detouring around this next city, and so probably road construction. But I thought that was hilarious. So now I'm on the bus for